I would apologize for the noise in the background, but it's totally my fault. So let me give y'all this quick breakdown of what happened. I woke up. I wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, but sometimes if I'm tired, I'll just roll back over and go back to sleep. But I got up. I cleaned up. I did a little cleaning. And the universe says, Quis, you need to make a video. You are always complaining about the noise outside. And you was up. It's early. And it's up. You up. So you might as well make a video. I was like, nah, I don't want to make a video. I'm still in my pajamas. The universe was like, bitch, you can shower and make a fucking video. I was like, no, I don't feel like it. I'm going to make a video a little later. The universe was like, I keep telling this bitch. Okay, maybe she need other sense. Okay. We gonna have YouTube send her a message. YouTube don't even message me like that. Now that's like, okay, so when I reach my milestones, YouTube actually didn't even tell me about those bitches until 2 days later. So I hit the milestone, I seen it. Then YouTube let me know 2 days later. 2 days later, YouTube was like, yeah, girl, I see you over there doing that YouTube life and shit. But then they added in a little small writing, but bitch, you did this before, so we don't really give a fuck. So if you hear noise in the background, that is my fault. But welcome to my channel. It's your girl Quis Jones, aka Killer Queen T, aka Back Out T, aka please don't go over there. Sit over here. No. Come back. We just getting started. And yesterday I was like, dang, Quis, you need to do a different book. But then I went back and I looked, because I don't really be going back and looking. I just, make sure I do a different chapter. And then I had noticed that it was a 3-day gap between one book and a week gap between the other book. If you could tell me down in the comments which one is which, I got you. But you gotta remember, I'm a broke YouTuber. So all that money shit, $100, $50, You think I'm on the lines of $5, $10, $2. Your girl broke, struggling. I mean, the universe takes care of me, but come on. We don't want to appear greedy. That's on me. Okay. Chapter 2. So now we're going to do the lightning thief. Because I'm pretty sure I ain't did the lightning thief none this week. And I'm not too sure if I did it. I know I did it chapter 1 last week. Don't quote me. I show up to work. I do my job. I get the fuck up out of here. You understand? You probably don't. As long as it's up before 12, the universe will be fixed out. Chapter 2. 3 old ladies knit the socks of death. Ooh. I hope they, fire. Sure. I got little feet. I hope they little socks. I was used to the occasional weird experience, but usually they were over quickly. This 24/7 hallucination was more than I could handle. For the rest of the school year, the entire campus seemed to be playing some kind of trick on me. The students acted as if they were completely and totally convinced that Mrs. Kerr, a perky blonde woman who I've never seen in my life until she got on our bus at the end of the field trip, had been our pre-algebra teacher since Christmas. Every so often, I would spring a Miss Doris reference on somebody just to see if I could trip them up. But they would stare at me like I was psycho. It got so I almost believed them. Miss Dobbs had never assisted. Almost. The light is doing something. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all, if I look. Ooh, hold on. I know what it is. Okay, let's see. Is that it? Or son, I should have got up at 5 o'clock and made this video. I apologize. If I'm blurry, if I'm all this other stuff, I totally apologize. But Grover couldn't fool me. When I mentioned the name Dobbs to him, he would hesitate, then claim she didn't exist. But I knew he was lying. Something was going on. Something had happened at the museum. I didn't have much time to think about it during the days, but at night, visions of Miss Dobbs with talons and leathery wings would wake me up in a cold sweat. The freak weather continued, which didn't help my mood. One night, a thunderstorm blew out the windows in my dorm room. A few days later, the biggest tornado ever spotted in the Houston Valley touched down over 50 miles from Yancey Academy. One of the current events we studied in social studies class was an unusual number of small planes that had gone down in sudden squalls in the Atlantic that year. I started feeling cranky and irritable most of the time. My grades slipped from D's to F's. I got into more fights with Nancy, Bobby and her friends. I was sent out into the hallway in almost every class. Finally, when our English teacher, Mr. Nicole, asked me for the millionth time why I was too lazy to study for spelling tests, I snapped. I called him an old school. I wasn't even sure what it meant, but it sounded good. The headmaster sent my mother a letter the following week, making it official. I would not be invited back next year to Yancey Academy. Fine, I told myself. Just fine. I was homesick. I wanted to be with my mom in our little apartment on the Upper East Side, even if I had to go to public school and put up with my obnoxious stepfather and his stupid poker parties. And yet, there were things I missed at Yancey. The view of the woods out my dorm window, the Hudson River in the distance, the smell of pine trees. I miss Grover, who been a good friend, even if he was a little strange. I worried how he'd survive next year without me. I miss Latin class too. Mr. Booner's crazy tournament days and his faith that I could do well. As exam week got closer, Latin was the only test I studied for. I hadn't forgotten what Mr. Bunner had told me about this subject being life and death for me. I wasn't sure why, but I started to believe him. The evening before my final, I got so frustrated I threw the Cambridge Guide to Greek mythology across my dorm room. Words had started swimming off the page, circling my head. The letters doing 180s as if they were riding skateboards. There was no way I was going to remember the difference between current and current, or partides and paduis, and congregating these Latin verbs. Forget it. I paced the room, feeling like ants were crawling around inside my shirt. I remembered Mr. Bunner's serious expression, his 1,000-year-old eyes. I will accept only the best from you, Percy Jackson. I took a deep breath. I picked up my mythology book. I never asked a teacher for help before. Maybe if I had talked to Mr. Bunner, he could give me some pointers. At least I could apologize for the big fat F I was about to score on his exam. I didn't want to leave Yancey Academy with him thinking I hadn't tried. I walked downstairs to the facility offices. Most of them were dark and empty, but Mr. Bunner's door was ajar, light from his window stretching across the hallway floor. I was 3 steps from the door handle when I heard voices inside the office. Mr. Bunner asked a question. A voice that was definitely Grover's said, "Worried about Percy, sir." Oh, snapped. Is he? I don't know. I froze. I'm not usually an eavesdropper, but I dare you to try not listening if you hear your best friend talking about you to an adult. I edged closer. Along this summer, Grover was saying, I mean, a kindly one in the school, now that we know for sure, and they know too, we would only make matters worse by rushing him, Mr. Barner said. We need the boy to mature more. But he may not have time. The summer solitude deadline will have to be revolved without him, Grover. Let him enjoy his ignorance while he still can. Sir, he saw her, his imagination, Mr. Barner insisted. The mist over the students and staff will be enough to convince him of that. Sir, I can't fail in my duties again. Grover's voice was choked with emotion. You know what that would mean. You haven't failed, Grover, Mr. Barner said kindly. I should have seen her for what she was. Now, let's just worry about keeping Percy alive until next fall. Oh, shit. Is his life in danger? Oh, my God. I know y'all like tweets. You could just not make the video. No. I'm making this fucking video. You gotta look past that. It's not really that loud. Just look past it. And I'm just pray you watch this whole video. Just look past it. Pray you watch this whole video. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. My heart hammering, I picked up the book and backed down the hall. A shadow slid across the lighted glass of Broomer's office door. The shadow of something much taller than my wheelchair-bound teacher, holding something that looked suspiciously like an archer's bow. I opened the nearest door and slipped inside. A few seconds later, I heard a slow clop, 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 like muffled wood blocks. Then a sound like an animal snuffling right outside my door. A large, dark-shaped pause in front of the glass, then moved on. A bead of sweat trickled down my neck. Somewhere in a hallway, Mr. Bunner spoke. Nothing, he murmured. My nerves hadn't been right since the winter's solitude. Mine neither, Grover said. But I could have sworn. Go back to the dorm, Mr. Bunner told him. You got a long day of exams tomorrow. Don't remind me. The lights went off in Mr. Bunner's office. I waited in the dark for what seemed like forever. Finally, I slipped out into the hallway and made my way back up to the dorm. Grover was lying on his bed, studying his Latin exam notes, like he'd been there all night. Hey, he said, bleary-eyed. You going to be ready for this test? I didn't answer. You look awful. He frowned. Is everything okay? No, the fuck it's not. I know you had secrets from me. You're supposed to be my best fucking friend, and you're not supposed to have secrets, so get it together. Just tired. I turned so he couldn't read my expression and started getting ready for bed. I didn't understand what I heard downstairs. I wanted to believe I imagined the whole thing. Stop it. Didn't they just tell you they was counting on your fucking imagination to fuck you over? So, believe what the fuck you heard. But one thing was clear. Grover and Mr. Burner were talking about me behind my back. They thought I was in some kind of danger. That's what was clear. We ain't gonna talk about how the fact that Mr. Burner wasn't in a wheelchair. We ain't gonna talk about that. Okay. I see. Now, if y'all start peeping outside, then I'm gonna have to pause my damn show. So get it together outside. Damn, I didn't blame you. I'm blaming myself, but you're doing too much. The next afternoon, as I was leaving the 3-hour Latin exam, my eyes swimming with all the Greek and Roman names I misspelled, Mr. Bunner called me back inside. For a moment, I was worried he found out about my eavesdropping the night before. How would he find out that fast, boy? I was like, how would he find out that fast? Get it together. But that didn't seem to be the problem. Percy, he said, don't be discouraged about leaving Yancey. It's for the best. His tone was kind, but the words still embarrassed me. Even though he was speaking quietly, the other kids finishing the test could hear. Nancy Bobfit smirked at me and made sarcastic little kiss emotions with her lip. I mumbled, okay, sir. Mr. Burner wheeled his chair back and forth like he wasn't sure what to say. This isn't the right place for you. It's only a matter of time. My eyes stung. Here was my favorite teacher in front of the class telling me I couldn't handle it. After saying he believed in me all year, now he was telling me I was destined to get kicked out. All right, I said, trembling. No, Mr. Bunner said. Oh, confound it all. What I'm trying to say, you're not normal, Percy. That's nothing to be. Thanks, I blurted. Thanks a lot, sir, for reminding me. Percy? But I was already gone. I was like, what the fuck was it? Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, you're not normal. What the fuck you mean I'm not normal? Bitch, I just got kicked out of school. Oh, this is not the shit I need to be hearing from you. Oh, you gonna point out some shit I already knew? Oh, do I need to make me a fucking shirt at this point? Bitch, I'm not normal. I been new. Back to the shirt say I been new. The fuck? On the last day of the term, I shoved my clothes into my suitcase. The other guys were joking around, talking about their vacation plans. One of them was going on a hiking trip to Switzerland. Another was cruising the Caribbean, I cannot spell, for a month. They were juvenile delinquents like me, but they were rich juvenile delinquents. Their daddies was executives or ambassadors or celebrities. I was a nobody from a family of nobodies. They asked me what I'd be doing this summer, and I told them I was going back to the city. What I didn't tell them was that I have to get a summer job, walking dogs or selling magazine subscriptions, and spend my free time worrying about where I go to school in the fall. Oh, one of the guys said, that's cool. They went back to that conversation as if I never existed. The only person I dreaded saying goodbye to was Grover. But as it turns out, I didn't have to. He booked a ticket to Manhattan on the same Greyhound as I had. So there we were, together, again, heading to the city. I don't know why you thought Grover was finna leave you, because he had already said that he was worried, so you should have known that he was going to find a way to, be with you because he's your best friend, quote unquote, since he still has secrets. I mean, is it a secret since he know? But it's a secret because he ain't supposed to know that he know, if that makes any sense. Probably don't. But let's move on. During the whole bus ride, Grover kept glancing nervously down the aisle, watching the other passenger. It occurs to me that he already acted nervous and fidgety when we left Yancey, as if he expected something bad to happen. Before, I always assumed he was worried about getting teased, but there was nobody to tease him on the Greyhound. Finally, I couldn't stand it anymore. I said, looking for kindly ones? Grover nearly jumped out his seat. What do you mean? I confessed about eavesdropping on him and Mr. Bunner the night before the exam. Grover's eyes twitched. How much did you hear? That ain't the point. The point is, you got secrets from me and I need you to spill. Let me know what the fuck is going on right this fucking minute. Stop fucking hiding shit from me. Talk. Nigga, when I stop tapping, when I stop clapping, when I stop doing this, or what the fuck I'm doing with my finger, it's over. It's a wrap and I don't want to hear it. Up, I'm done. I don't want to hear it. Keep this. Keep that energy. I know. You over there talking about some tweets. Hear me out. Hear what I gotta say. Quit it. I don't want to hear you. Tweets, is this a filler? No, the fuck it's not. Maybe the fuck it is. Shh. Keep your fucking thoughts to yourself. Oh, no. No. Don't keep them to yourself. Let the world know. Leave them, drop them in the comments. Don't be talking to me, because I can't hear you. Huh? Wait, that's what you said? You said something. I know you did. Leave it in the comments. Let me know. Oh, do it sound like I'm on that beef shit today? It sound like I'm about that beef life? Leave it down in the comments. You want to be? I'll respond. Got time today. Just today. Oh, not much. What's the summer solitude's deadline? He won. Look, Percy, I was just worried for you. See? Hallucinating about demon math teachers Grover. And I'm telling Mr. Bunner that maybe you were overstressed or something. Because there was no such person as Miss Dobbs. And if you don't stop fucking lying to me, because I heard you. Grover, you're a really, really bad liar. His ears turned pink. From his shirt pocket, he fished out a grubby business card. Take this. Just take this, okay? In case you need me this summer. The card was in a fancy script, which was murder on my dyslexic eyes. But I finally made out something like Grover Underwood, Keeper, Half-Blood Hill, Long Island, New York, 800. Y'all know that it's a 000 number. What's half? Don't say it out loud. Yep, that's my summer address. My heart sank. Grover had a summer home. I never considered that his family might be as rich as the others at Yancey. Okay, I said gloomily. Damn, my boy's been getting hit with these takedowns. Oh, the teacher hit him with a takedown, made crush his confidence. Friend hitting him with takedowns, crushing him again. He's just sinking around, just drowning. So, like, if I want to come visit your mansion, or if you need me, why would I need you? It came out harsher than I meant it. Nigga, you just hurt my feelings. Grover blushed right down to his Adam's apple. Look, Percy, the truth is, I kind of have to protect you. I stared at him. After all year long, I've gotten in fights, keeping bullies away from him. I've lost sleep worrying that he'd gotten beaten up next year without me. And here he was acting like he was the one who defended me. Grover, I said, what exactly are you protecting me from? There was a huge grinding noise under our feet. Black smoke poured from the dashboard and the whole bus filled with a smell like rotten eggs. The driver cursed and limped the Greyhound over to the side of the highway. Ooh, some shit about to pop off. After a few minutes clanking around in the engine compartment, the driver announced that we'll all have to get off. Grover and I filed outside with everyone else. We were on a stretch of country road. No place you'll notice if you didn't break down there. On our side of the highway was nothing but maple trees and litter from passing cars. On the other side, across 4 lanes of ice splash shimmering with afternoon heat, was an old-fashioned fruit stand. The stuff on sale looked really good. Heaping boxes of blooded cherries and apples, walnuts and apricots, jugs of cider, and a clawfoot tub full of ice. There were no customers, just 3 old ladies. Oh, snap. I don't know about y'all, but in books, old ladies, 3 of them bitches witches. Just remember that. So if these bitches witches, before we even hit there, 3 old ladies, witches, don't care. Just 3 old ladies sitting in rocking chairs in the shade of a maple tree. Rocking chairs, more sign that they're witches. Knitting the biggest pair of socks I ever seen. These socks were the size of sweaters, but they were clearly socks. The lady on the right knitted one of them. The lady on the left knitted the other. The lady in the middle hid an enormous basket of electric blue yarn. All 3 women looked ancient, with pale face wrinkled like fruit leather. Silver hair tied back in white bandanas, bony arms sticking out of bleached cotton dresses. The weirdest thing was, they seemed to be looking right at me. I looked over at Grover to say something about this and saw the blood had drained from his face. His nose was twitching. Grover, I said, hey man, tell me they're not looking at you. They are, aren't they? Yeah, weird, huh? You think those socks would fit me? Not funny, Percy. Not funny at all. The old lady in the middle took out a huge pair of scissors, gold and silver, long bladed like shears. I heard Grover catch his breath. I'm finna say, y'all fucking catching your breath. You need to be telling Percy to run. What the fuck is we waiting on? Like, y'all about to get attacked by witches. Oh my God. We're getting on the bus, he said. He told me. Come on. What? I said, it's 1,000 degrees in there. Come on. He pried open the door and climbed inside, but I stayed back. He got powers. I'm pretty sure of that. But what powers? He don't know. So at this point, his life is at danger and he needs to get his ass on a bus. Just saying. Across the road, the old ladies were still watching me. The middle one cut the yard, and I swear I could hear that snip across 4 lanes of traffic. Her 2 friends balled up their electric blue socks, leaving me wondering who they could possibly be for Squatch or Godzilla. At the rear of the bus, the driver wrenched a big chunk of smoking metal out of the engine compartment. The bus shuddered, and the engine roared back to life. The passengers cheered. Darn right, yelled the driver. He slapped the bus with his hat. Everybody back on board. Grover didn't look much better. Once we got going, I started feeling feverish, as if I caught the flu. Grover didn't look much better. He was shivering and his teeth were clattering. Grover? Yeah? What are you not telling me? He dabbed his forehead with his shirt sleeve. Percy, what did you see back at the fruit stand? You mean the old ladies? What is it about them, man? They're not like Miss Dobbs, are they? His expression was hard to read, but I got the feeling that the fruit stand ladies was something much, much worse than Miss Dobbs. He said, just tell me what you saw. The middle one took out her scissors and she cut yarn. He closed his eyes and made a gesture with his fingers that must have been crossing himself, but it wasn't. It was something else, something almost older. He said, you saw her snip the cord? Yes, so. But even as I said it, I knew it was a big deal. Oh, what did she do? What did she do? This is not happening, Grover mumbled. He started chewing at his thumb. I don't want this to be like the last time. What last time? Always 6th grade. They never get past 6. Grover, I said, because he was really starting to scare me. What are you talking about? Let me walk you home from the bus station. Promise me. This seemed like a strange request to me, but I promised he could. Is this like a superstition or something? I said. I asked. No answer. Grover, that snipping of yarn? Does that mean somebody is going to die? He looked at me mournfully, like he was already picking the kind of flowers I like to see on my coffin. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! Oh, I'm ready for chapter 3, but it won't be here very soon. But ooh, I'm ready. Ooh, okay. So I'm not really speaking on no YouTubers, but let me just say this. If you are doing racist shit on YouTube, then you must understand, the algorithm won't say shit. But once after a while, people start talking about you in the comments and shit, and then yeah, the algorithm is gonna catch on like this motherfucker's being racist. So don't be out here on some racist shit, then be like, oh, I don't understand why they demonetized me. Yes, the fuck you do. You could not possibly think that you was gonna attack every motherfucking. It was fine. It was fine when you was attacking motherfucking racists, when you was attacking the whites, the blacks, the Chinese, the Puerto Ricans, and the Mexicans, because at that point you was attacking every fucking body. You was attacking every fucking body race. But when you start doing petty shit, like dressing up like the Chinese or dressing up like the Mexicans or pulling off blackface, YouTube not finna catch on to this shit. This is not the YouTube that you watched 10 years ago. You cannot do the same shit that you did 10 years ago to fucking day, because YouTube will catch that shit and let your ass fucking know. We not even finna do this with your ass. How many fucking warnings do you need to know? Plus, YouTube is not a fucking person, so it's not gonna keep giving you a chance. YouTube has a 3-strike fucking rule. 3 strikes and you're fucking out the fucking game. So if YouTube give you that, YouTube gonna let you fuck over that one time. They're gonna let you fuck over that one time. They're gonna let you do that goofy shit, and they gonna let the motherfucking people keep fucking complaining to them about the goofy shit you doing. Alright? And then they gonna hit you with that. Okay, motherfuckers been saying you been doing too much goofy shit over here. We understand that this is your content and you doing what you feel is best for you, but what's best for you is affecting the motherfucking people. So we gonna have to demonetize you. But then you showed sad that she was getting better, woo, and you showed sad that she wasn't gonna do the shit that she was doing to get you demonetized, and it seemed like the people was had got over the bullshit that she was doing. So YouTube said, okay, sure, you know what? It seemed like the people don't think of you as racist anymore, so we gonna monetize you again because, people is flaky. People is flaky, and we know this. That's what YouTube said. So then he got demonetized again. He got demonetized again. He was able to, make videos. But once fucking again, but the only difference this time was, like I said, motherfuckers started making, dressing up as Chinese, dressing up as Japanese, doing blackface and shit. Like these racists was not finna see these videos and get to wondering how the fuck YouTube is letting this shit go on. Like, come on, figure it out. Oh, now you want to be hurt. I'm hurt that my channel got demonetized, but I will still be posting content. No, the fuck, yeah, you still will be posting content. And no, the fuck, you're not hurt because that was, now mind you got hit a second time. Motherfuckers was like, okay. First of all, this is why he got hit that second time. And then I'm just going here, get my outro and just let it be. This is why he got hit that second time. When you start making it seem like, like I said, at this point we're on that path of racistness, but we're not being racist against white people. We're just being racist against all the other motherfucking races except the white people. The white people can't do no fucking wrong at this point. And if they are doing fucking wrong at this point, it's everybody else's fucking fault. Really? And then you start making shit, you start making announcements, you start making accusations like, and they say shit like, you can't prove it. How the fuck can they prove this? And then somebody's like, what the fuck, wait a minute. Motherfuckers get to hitting on Google like, hey, Google, show me proof. And Google like, Now, mind you, when this starts happening, Google hits up YouTube. Now, mind you, this algorithm hits up this other algorithm like, hey, wait a minute, homie. You got motherfuckers on your channel saying this shit ain't fucking true. Nigga, are you calling me a liar? Now YouTube like, hold up, homie. Let me go figure it out. Who the fuck is attacking you? So at the end of the day, if you get banned from YouTube or you get demonetized from YouTube, don't think of it as a people problem. Think of it as a computer problem. And it means that the systems have got together and they start communicating with each other. I myself believe that we have reached a state where everything is advanced. Everything communicates with the universe. And if everything fucking communicates with the universe, then everything could do what the fuck it wants to do. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but think about it. Yesterday, I said that YouTube algorithm was not coming up in I wasn't coming up in my own fucking feed. I wasn't coming up in my own fucking feed. I wasn't coming up in my kid feed. And that's why I posted a video, right? Not the video, literally. Okay, when I uploaded the video, it said it was gonna take an hour. Then boom, YouTube watched that motherfucking video and they was like, okay, whatever. Still gonna upload the video. You ain't did shit wrong. We not gonna upload this video in hours. We gonna take 3 hours to do this bitch. Okay. And not only that, I'm on my phone, and boom, what happened? I'm all up in my algorithm now. I'm all in my fucking feed on my phone. I go to my kid's phone. I'm like, okay, because I'm not sorry. He's not old enough to have fucking YouTube, but he old enough to watch the learning programs, whatever. So I go to his phone, not even type it in. I'm just strolling down. I'm in his feed too. So, like I said, if you get demonetized, it's not a people problem. I swear to God, it's not a people problem. It's a system problem. And the fact that if YouTube is feeling like you think they're a fucking joke, you get what I'm saying? Probably don't.